This for all the gym rats out there. Hey everyone, I decided to redo this video since I learned how to edit. I think I made my first cooking tutorial on Instagram earlier in the year before I learned all this, and it took me some time to learn how to edit, but here I am teaching y'all how to cook some chicken breasts using a stainless steel or cast iron pan. Let's go! First things first is to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to use the oven for the chicken as well. Alright, we're going to mince some aromatics, which shall be shallots and garlic. This will help enhance our pan sauce for layers, so don't forget this step. If you don't have shallots, just use garlic. I think it should be alright. I had some shallots on hand, so I want to be extra. So the reason these ingredients are called aromatics is because, you guessed it, they smell great when they're being cooked. Smell is definitely a huge factor when it comes to tasty food, and more often than not, great tasting food will probably smell amazing as well. This is probably the only thing you'll need your knife for in this recipe, so very little chopping. For this video, I'm going to do a very basic seasoning, aka just salt and pepper. You can use whatever you want for your recipe, but I'm just showing a very basic one to not make it too overly complicated. This is where you can experiment with all your different spices though, but one thing I do recommend, try to use fresh black pepper, or freshly ground black pepper in my case. I have a unicorn pepper grinder, and apparently they're out of stock everywhere, but if you can get one of these, they're amazing. Alright, get your pan hot and add some olive oil. It should be simmering, and when you add your chicken, it should have a sizzling sound like this. We're going to be searing both sides of our chicken to get some nice browning and develop flavor through that Maillard reaction. When the chicken is brown like this, you can flip them and sear the other side. We want both sides to be seared so you can get all that flavor. You can see that my chicken breasts are quite thick, so it definitely won't cook through with just my pan. That's why we're also using the oven that we preheated before to cook the chicken the rest of the way, and this is only possible if you have a stainless steel, cast iron, or an oven-proof pan. If you don't got one, well, tough luck. This method won't work, but I'll have others in the future. After checking to see if both sides are seared very nicely, we can stick these bad boys in the oven. We're going to bake these for 10 to 12 minutes depending how thick your chicken breasts are. After your bake time, get a towel ready and take out your pan with some oven-proof gloves. I will then place the towel on the pan to indicate that it is hot, and it's always better to be safe. If you forget how hot the pan is, you at least touch the towel rather than the scalding pan and then, scream out in pain. We're now going to check the temperature of the chicken breast to make sure it's at least 150 to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. Normally, chicken is considered safe at 165 degrees, but the residual heat will eventually cook the chicken the rest of the way. The thicker chicken breast was not at the appropriate temperature yet, so I placed the one that was ready into another plate and placed the pan back in the oven to finish cooking. Once all your chicken is finished cooking, we can start making a simple pan sauce. Start by sauteing the minced shallot and garlic until fragrant. After around 1 to 2 minutes, we can add some chicken stock to deglaze the pan. Make sure to scrub the bottom to get all the fond off, as that's all the flavor we want. Let this sauce reduce a bit. Once the sauce has reduced a bit, we're going to add a cornstarch slurry, which is a bit of cornstarch and water mixed together. This will help thicken the sauce more, and I use this method rather than butter if I want it to be healthier. I try to eat a little bit healthier on the weekdays compared to the weekends, so this is my method. Once the sauce is thickened, feel free to spoon it over your chicken, and there you go, some delicious chicken breasts. I think this is a pretty simple recipe, and it's just one of many ways to cook chicken breasts, but this is the one I like to use the most because it's pretty easy and just involves the oven. It does require certain equipment like an oven-proof pan, but if you have one of them, it's one of the easiest ways to cook a juicy chicken breast. I mean, look at this. Alright, there you have it, an easy way to make some chicken breasts. I know all the gym rats, me including obviously, love chicken breasts since it's lean, healthy, and full of protein, but that doesn't mean it can't be tasty as well, so give this a try and let me know how you think. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you did, and follow me on Instagram at Weekend Cooks. Take it easy, everyone.